So the question is, how did certain tools impact human evolution? Human evolution, for me specifically, I'm looking at hand morphology, brain capacity, and some of the history, some of the early hominins that used tools. Now, hominins used tools for occupational and personal reasons. These included stuff like transport, traveling, feeding, hunting. So tools allowed us to accomplish and extract foods from wider areas. But they also allowed us to do activities and stuff that our bodies could not do. Stuff like, for example, our teeth. Our teeth were not hard enough or sharp enough to break down foods. So then tools allowed us to break down these foods and consume them, get higher nutrients, higher protein, etc. Tools provide evidence for human evolution, and they are linked to brain size. And stone tools are broken down into the early Stone Age, the middle Stone Age, and the late Stone Age. So in the early Stone Age, you see the Aldoan and the Acheulean. And bear in mind, from the early Stone Age to the late Stone Age, you have an increase in complexity and specialization of these tools. But in the Aldoan, you have hammerstones, cores, and flakes, and I'll mainly be focusing on that. And then in the Acheulean, you have hand axes, cutting tools, and in the Middle Stone Age, you get points, you get wood, you get other sort of more specialized tools, and then in the late Stone Age, you get more diverse raw materials like ivory and bone and antler being used. And you'll see increased craftsmanship, cultural identity, and a diversity of methods in the later Stone Age. So the first hominin has evidence for stone tools is Homo habilis, 3.4 million years ago. And stone tools back then was the second major step after bipedalism. And both of these were vital for human evolution. Okay. Now Homo habilis was a special hominin because he had mixtures of Australopith or primitive traits and Homo sapien or more advanced later hominin traits. However, he still had the art of making tools. Now, making tools is different to using or sort of using or carrying tools. It's rather that you actually crafted them, and there's evidence seen in Homo habilis for this craftsmanship. Okay, now Homo habilis had these characteristics that would foreshadow the anatomy and behavior of later hominins like Homo erectus and Homo sapiens, who also crafted tools. And this is very important because it resulted in skeletal advancements. As a result, tools such as hands and feet, and these stone tools were vital for these skeletal advancements to see how humans shaped their advancements over time. Okay, so after the evolution of, and we see Homo erectus using tools, it's important to understand that tools helped us with getting food, carrying food, storing, creating shelters, burial, making clothing. Okay, so there's skeletal adaptations. So we use comparative analyses, biochemical studies, and we've shown that there's unique hand and grip pattern and movements. Okay, and this is important because you use grip and stress on your hand when you need to craft tools and use them. Okay, now tools that affect hominin hand and anatomy. Okay, however, you need a strong grip to your thumb and index finger in particular, and this has been very well developed with the collicus longus muscle. Okay, now there's also been changes in the surface area, the orientation, and the curvature of the muscle attachment. And this is also needed to manipulate. A very important skeletal feature is linked to hammerstones. So with hammerstones, it was seen that hominins developed shorter fingers, a deeper flexor muscle, and changes in the orientations of joints such as the metacarpal. Okay, these are all very important for precision grip. Precision grip as in holding the tool very hard. And one is seen with the increased surface area and increased broadness of the trapezial joint. It's also seen when you are not only shaping, but you're taking your flakes. And now another very important skill adaptation is the opposable thumb. So basically, a thumb becoming more opposable gave it more manipulation because you can move more, it can make you stronger, and it can be more robust. Therefore, hominin thumbs over time were able to withstand stronger pressures, and you need to understand very strong pressures to shape and take flakes off rocks, and therefore to craft tools and use them.